Hi everybody, thank you so much for joining me here on Messy Girl Crafts. My name is Ashley. If you're new here, welcome in. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome home. Today I am going to be kitting up my National Parks mini Dazzles. I am very excited to bring this with me on my trip to Alaska. It's funny that I'm still talking about Alaska as if I am not already on the final leg of my trip. The day that you guys are seeing this, I'm going to be home in 2 days. Late at night. So really like Friday night, late at night is when I get home, but Saturday is going to be my first full day back at my house. So, but I still think it's fun to take you along for the ride and kind of talk through all the things that I have here in the kit up process, because I'm sure I'll be working on some of these things well after I get back on the trip. But even if I'm not, I just think it's cool to show you how I kind of like to kit up minis, especially for when I'm traveling with them and when I intend to do them like on an airplane or in an airport or on a bus or a motor coach or a glass domed train, whatever the case may be. So today I am going to be pretty much using all of the materials you see in front of me here. We've got the 2 packs because this is a 12 set from Diamond Art Club of mini Dazzles. So there's 6 in this one, 6 in this one, and they have their own sticker sheets. Then we have the drill pack, which we will open. I have a pair of scissors to cut open those baggies. I have a Diamond Art Club toolkit bag, which will come into play at the end of the kit up process. Basically, I'm going to kit up my drills into these little baggies that we always get, these little craft bags we get whenever we unbox a canvas most of the time. And so I'm going to put my drills in the bags. I'm going to use the sticker on the sticker sheet to stick onto the bag so it's identified with its symbol, its serial number, and its DMC code. And then once I have all of the drills kitted up, they will go in here and I will write the name National Parks on this bag so I can identify it. Before, when I was kitting up Skydance Northern Lights for in my bottle case system, which was what you guys saw me kit up last week, which again, I was still on the trip last week, so it's just funny. But anyway, so I kitted up that in here and we got to number, let's see, 26. So the first 26 things here are full for the other kit. This kit, the National Park set, has 40 colors in it. So I do not, since this took up 30 bottles, technically, even though it's number 26, we had to use some additional bottles. There's 6 rows of 10 here, so this is 60. So the first 3 rows is 30, the bottom 3 rows is 30. Not enough to kit up these canvases in just the bottles alone. So I am just going to kit up all of my drills in the baggies, and then I'm going to put them all in here. And then this will actually fit in here because there's a lot of depth up here, and I will just make sure that it stays up there. So when I'm ready to work on these, when I'm traveling, I can just pull those out instead of the actual containers, which actually on a plane, it's actually easier to work out of baggies straight into your tray than working out of these sometimes. So anyways, very long-winded, but that's the plan. So really this is just here because this is where it's going to end up, but we're not actually going to be using the bottles in this kit up situation. So I have a ton. I just grabbed a bunch. I have like a pile of these that just sit next to my desk in case I ever need them for such an opportune moment. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull these out, and I'm pretty sure I just grabbed a handful. I'm sure I'll have at least 40 baggies here between all of these things, but some of them, like if they're from Diamond Art Club, I think Diamond Art Club tries to give you 15, but then some of the other companies have given me way more than that. Like this feels like it's more than 15, but let's double check. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Okay, 26. And then in here we have, oh, I guess 27 because the bag it came in, and then 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Okay, so 40, and then we had 3 bags left over in that little bundle. So what I'll do with these extra bags is I'll just pop them into like a different one to store for later use in case I need them in the future. So we'll just scooch those in there and we should be good to go. So I should have 40 baggies here. We have 40 colors. With mini Dazzles, all of the drills are special drills, which is going to be so fun. I've never done a mini Dazzle before, so this will be my first time. Let's open this up. get all of our drills out. Okay. Here is our train of drills here. As I put baggies onto the floor, hold on. Oh, I think only one fell. No, a couple. That's okay. Ugh. There we go. I'm just gonna push these more past the table so that way I don't like throw them into oblivion. So we have 2 strips here, and the DMCs are what they are, so we're just gonna have to hunt for them as we get them. I'm just gonna cut them up so I don't have to work in these giant strips. But how are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope you guys have been enjoying the content that I pre-filmed for the trip. I wanted to make sure that you guys didn't really have a gap in anything. So you probably are like, Ashley, it still feels like you're right here with us. But I'm excited to, when I come back, share with you all of our fun stories that I'm sure we'll have, and, share pictures and videos and all that fun stuff. So hopefully, that will come probably about a week or so after we get back and we settle in and we go back to work and stuff. That is going to be the hardest part, honestly, is like going back to work after a 2-week vacation. That's going to be tough. But we'll make do. It'll be fine. But I am excited that, like, even though, again, for you guys, it's the Wednesday before I come home. For me, it is currently Sunday, September 7th, and I leave in 2 days. So tomorrow is Monday, and Eric and I took off of work because we wanted the full 2 weeks off, and we also just wanted to, like, let tomorrow be our last day to, like, pick up anything we might need to pick up or clean up stuff in the house, drop our cats off at my mom's because my friend is going to go over there to watch our cats. We have to go meet a financial advisor to chat with him about some stuff. Just like, bopping around, not wanting to have to like be working and then the very next day like hop on a plane at 8 o'clock in the morning. So, oh my gosh, this is so off topic, but something super gross and very interesting just happened and I have to share. Eric was like, are you going to tell them? I was like, I think I'm going to tell them. Sorry, I'm like spinning, I'm laughing. So basically, Eric and I went to the beach like the weekend before his birthday. So the last weekend of August, Eric and I went to the beach and we were with his dad's side of the family. And he's pretty good about listening to me when it comes to sunscreen. Like if I tell him like, okay, you have to put this on, you have to reapply, he'll go do it. But he was just like having drinks in the ocean with his dad. He was just talking and I had already gotten him out of the water at that point. So I was just like, whatever, he's fine. It was a really cloudy day, which again is when you get sunburnt. Don't let the clouds fool you. That's when you get burnt. And he didn't get like purple burnt, but he got like a little pink in the shoulders. And I knew, I was like, oh, when you get home, you're going to peel, whatever. And he's like, yeah, probably, but it didn't hurt him. So I was like, all right, well, whatever. So after like about 4 or 5 days of us being home, like his shoulders really started to peel. And, he's just been using like a loofah in the shower, scrubbing his shoulders, just exfoliating, whatever. I was just in there asking him a question and telling him that I was going to come film this. And I was like, oh, babe, your shoulders look like they're peeling pretty bad. I feel bad because we're like about to go into like a very dry climate. Like we're going to like Alaska and it's going to be cold and dry. And I was just like, we're going to have to like moisturize you or something. And he was like, oh yeah, I just have to lint roll myself. I was like, excuse me? He's like, yeah, I just have to lint roll myself. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, I learned it from TikTok. Or no, I learned it from Instagram. You just take a lint roller and it takes all of the flaky, gross skin off of you. And again, I'm sorry if this is so TMI, but like at this point, you know me. So, so I was like, I need to see this. So he literally goes and grabs this like mini lint roller out of the bathroom and he puts he pulls it so it's like a brand new roll on the thing or sticker on the thing. And he like starts to do it to his shoulder and I kid you not, it was like how they pretend Nair is supposed to work. If you guys know what Nair is like that old school hair removal cream where it's like you put this pink stuff that smells like rotten eggs on your body and you leave it for 10 minutes and you wipe it off and all of your hair is just supposed to like magically fall off and you look like Barbie. It never works that way and it smells disgusting. I'm sure they've upgraded the formula since I was younger, but man, Nair was like a joke. But like literally it was like what that was supposed to be. Like Eric literally lint rolled his shoulder and it was like baby smooth as if he didn't even peel. Granted, I probably wouldn't have had the same result like the first day he was peeling, but it's been like a week because his birthday was on Tuesday. So yeah, it's been like over a week at this point that we got home from, actually it's almost been exactly a week that we got home from the beach. So literally he was like limp holding his shoulders and like all of the gross like flakiness was coming off, and I was just like, that is disgusting and I'm amazed. And he was like, yeah, I learned it on Instagram. So yeah, fun fact from Eric. So he's here in spirit. I promise when we come back from Alaska, he is going to do that whip and chat with me, because obviously we're going to have to talk about the trip and all of the fun things that we did. So you'll see him very, very soon. But actually, you guys, I think you might have just seen him, because I think you guys have already seen the second episode of Drillworthy. I hope you guys are liking that. It's been really fun to film those with him. I don't know, I told him when in the filming, I was like, we should only film these at night because we're so like slap happy, and it just makes those videos, like when I'm editing those videos, I'm like, we are really on something here. Like we are just slap happy. I think I am gonna put these back. I pulled the whole thing out, but now I'm thinking maybe I put these back in the protective little thing, and I can just pull one out at a time as I want to work on them. And then I'll take out the sticker sheet now because I'm about to use it, but I can put it back. I might even, I'll take it with me because I'm going to have a start date. There's a start date sticker on that. And I'm like, I was going to leave them home because I'm not going to have the individual stickers on there anymore, but I do want to have it with me for the start and end date part because I'm not going to start them until Tuesday. Yeah, so I'll just take out the sticker sheet of this one as well. So, anywho, that was just a funny tangent from like literally 5 minutes ago. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go film, and I'm really excited because this is the last video I have to film before we leave. So it's kind of like, like this whole week leading up to today has been just like working and filming and editing and other stuff and just like preparing for the trip and packing, and it's like we're finally at the point where I'm about to like, tomorrow I have to edit like 2 videos, and once that's done, I'm just gonna be like on vacation mode, and I'm so excited. Okay, so here we are. We have 1 through 40. I'm gonna take these tweezers to take off my little stickers, and then I have my baggies here. So maybe the best thing to do, so I don't have to go hunting in this, is just to pick one and find the number. I think that's gonna work out for me because the DMC numbers are in numerical order here, and they are all fairy dust except for 2 ABs and an iridescent. So Z932, yep, is right here. Yeah, this is definitely the way I'm going to do this. Okay, sorry, I did not plan on how, other than me knowing I was going to kit up in baggies, I did not plan the methodology of this video at all prior to starting. It doesn't look, I say this cautiously, it doesn't look like I'm gonna need multiple baggies for any particular color, but if I'm wrong, we will figure it out. Where there's a will, there's a way, you know what I'm saying? So I don't even have my dryer sheet here with me right now. I'm just raw dogging it, to be honest. We've done a lot this weekend, so I'm pretty tired. I have my notes here too. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll just go in the order of my notes because that's just going to make this make more sense. Okay, so the first thing I was going to tell you is the last whip and chat, kitten chat, where I was kitting up words are hard for me today. I was kitting up the Indigenous Collection canvas that I'm taking on the trip with me, and I had told you guys that the insurance thing is hopefully figured out with the whole like genetic testing, and like I contacted the rep, and the rep finally got back to me, and she was like, I'm going to make sure that the billing department gets it together by Monday, and then on Monday you can call. And I was telling you guys that like I was super hopeful that everything would work out, and that I was only going to get charged $349 for the 2 tests that I got, and that's like the walk-up price. And she was like, yeah, sorry, they messed up, like they should have given you my number from day one, and blah blah blah. I'm not going to say the whole story over again, but I told you guys about that last week, and so I thought I was going to have to wait until tomorrow, Monday, to like call the billing department at the genetics company and be like, hey, I spoke to so-and-so. She said that someone was going to manually override XYZ. I'm actually going to write national parks on this right now just so I can start popping stuff in here. National parks. Mini Dazzles. Yeah, I was like, wait, did I forget how to spell Dazzles? Okay, so we have a stray drill. Okay. So yeah, I told you that whole story to tell you this. So I got an email yesterday, I think. It was either Friday or yesterday. It's honestly a blur. I can't remember fully. So again, this is my National Parks toolkit baggie that I just am recycling and reusing. And then I have my little craft baggie with the sticker on it from the actual sticker sheet, and I'm just going to pop it in here. And that's it. We're just going to keep doing that 40 times, and then we'll be done. Okay, so this is Z6021, Z60, right? 60216. Hello? Z6. There's a Z699. Z6. Oh, interesting. It's at the bottom of, it's number 40. Maybe they are in order. That's odd. I'm looking at, oh, it's because I'm dumb. I was like, why isn't it in order? It's because these are the hundreds and these are the thousands. It's 6021, not 602. I was like, why am I not finding it? You're just gonna have to give me grace today, guys. My brain is like at half mast just because I'm so like, mind is everywhere. Anyway, so I got an email from the billing department because at first the representative told me that I wasn't going to get like a direct, she said I may not get a direct email from the billing company. My online portal will still show that I'm owing like over $700 or whatever it was, but she said just call on Monday and like they'll know that they'll see the notes that I manually overrided it and it's going to be $349 or whatever it was going to be. And I was like, okay, that's fine, whatever. So I was anticipating just like being the one to have to call on Monday, and I was honestly kind of dreading doing that because I was like, I pray I don't get somebody who just like has no idea what I'm talking about, and they're just like, well, we don't believe you, or we don't see anything in the notes here. You know, I was just scared it was going to be another round and round circle. Well, I got an email either Friday or yesterday from the billing people at the genetics company, and it was like a woman from customer service, and she's like, hi, we've manually overridden your bill. We're going to send you a separate link for you to pay your bill. It's going to be $249. And I was like, $249? Again, I didn't say this to her, but in my mind, I was like, I was told it was going to be $349 because I got 2 tests. $249 was what I was told was the price if you got just the regular like NIPT, panorama, whatever test. And so I was like, okay. So I paid the $249. I saw the other email with the link in it, whatever, and I paid it. And then I emailed the lady back and I was like, hey, thank you so much. I just want to confirm that this is my final bill and that I will not be receiving any other balances and that this is payment in full. Because again, I'm like, you're not going to get me by being like, okay, pay $249 now, and then we're going to send you another bill later that's like $100 and something. And like, I was like, I want it done right now. So if I have to pay $349 and you messed up somehow, like, tell me because I want to get it over with. And she was like, nope, yep, you're good according to everything. Like your online portal with the genetics company should reflect a $0 balance like in 3 to 5 business days. Which again, we talked like Friday or Monday or something, or sorry, Friday or Saturday or something like that. So it still doesn't show that yet, but like I paid it and she in writing said back to me that I owe nothing. She's like, you're good. So that was kind of a silver lining of the whole situation is that I thought like, even after everything, I was like, oh man, it's kind of a bummer that I'm still having to pay like almost $350, but then I ended up paying the $249. So that was really, I feel like that was payment for pain and suffering the whole situation, because man, what a stressful 18 weeks of pregnancy. Well, no, I'm sorry. I should say 8 weeks because I got the blood draw at week 10 and then I didn't, honestly, actually, to be fair to even that, like I got my blood drawn at week 10 and then I didn't see the insurance processing of the charge until like a couple weeks later after I had already found out like that I was good and I was having a boy and all that stuff. So it was probably like week 12, 13 that I saw that the drama started. So I'm saying the last like 6 weeks, I would say I think that's fair. The last like 6 weeks have just been like exhausting because of all of that and just everything I've been dealing with related to like the doctor's offices and stuff. And again, the doctors I see are incredible. The actual practitioners are fabulous, but man, they could really use some customer service training at their front desk, or I don't even know what. They just not even customer service, just training in general. They just need to train their front desk better. But yeah, so that's like a fun update about that. So again, I'm still I'm not waiting for the other shoe to drop, but I'm just praying that like when I get back from my trip and I do go to check that genetics portal, it does say $0 owed. And if anyone wants to give me crap for it, I'll literally forward them the email from that lady that says in writing that it is fully paid. So nobody should be able to trump that. Like, and if she messed up and it wasn't, like at this point, that's just too bad. Like you've run me in circles for much too long for my liking, and I am tired, and I'm going to be even more pregnant when I come back. So I'm going to have less ability to like chill out. So I'm just going to be like, you need to just leave me alone at this point. I've done what I was supposed to. And if you messed up for the millionth time, that sounds like a you problem. So that's how I'm planning to approach that. But I'm hoping when I come back and check the portal, everything will be as it was supposed to be. 598. Got it. Okay. So that was a little update on that. The other thing was, so I was telling you that like my brain is kind of mushy soft today because not only was I just like filming, getting ready for the trip, packing, yesterday was Saturday and I had to work. So not because I was like leaving or anything, but I have another coworker, someone that's under me on my team. She is also pregnant. Actually, ironically, she didn't find out that she was pregnant until she was like 15 weeks, 16 weeks or something like that. She's really tiny. So like, and genuinely, like she wasn't showing when she told us. And then like a week or two after she told us that she found out, she like popped. Like she had a pregnancy belly. It was like so funny. I was like, if you wouldn't have known, if you had waited like another week or so, you would have known because your body would have just changed overnight, which is so insane. So she got pregnant, or she told us she was pregnant because she had found out like by accident. And then, but she's happy, like it's with her husband, whatever. But we were all super happy for her. And she knew that like I had been wanting to be, like she knew that we were trying, we had been trying, and she's like, and you're gonna be next, and da-da-da. And then I was like, oh, like wouldn't that be nice? Like, you know, give me your baby dust, whatever. And then I got pregnant. So her and I are literally like I'm approaching the halfway point, and she's gonna give birth like in 2 weeks from where I am right now in reality, which is the 7th. I think she's scheduled for a C-section because this is her second baby. She's scheduled for a C-section like the 3rd. Yeah, it's like September 23rd. It's like the 3rd week of September she's scheduled. So we're pretty much like half and half with each other because in 2 weeks I will be 20 weeks, which is just so funny to me. Like it's just so funny how like life works out, where she was like, you're next, and then like bam, like she was at like 15, 16 weeks at the time. So then 4 weeks later I was pregnant, and I was like, this is crazy. Let's see, 3760. Okay. So anyways, the long story long, which is the story of my life, because she's going out and because she's like super pregnant right now, she's one of our recruiters, and I didn't want her like going out so close, because you know when you get like, you know, a couple weeks before anything is supposed to happen, like it's just better for you to really not be doing a lot of strenuous things and not be too far from your house or your hospital or your significant other. Like it's just like you want to be more cautious, right? And so me and the other recruiter, we've been making plans for a while now about how we're going to tackle like recruitment events and stuff while she's gone. And so my thought process was, I can pick up a lot more of like the going out stuff, and that way she can do more of the at home stuff at the campus, just because like she's gonna have to be doing like appointments with students and a lot of on-campus stuff anyway. And for me, it's kind of like a nice break to like go and be in a hospital or like recruiting with like community colleges or whatever. It's like a nice break for me to get out of the house a little bit. I say the house, I mean like my job. Like it's nice to kind of like get a new environment and a new scenery and just bring my laptop with me. So I don't really mind the traveling aspect. I used to do it all the time. That was like what my job was before I became the boss. And so it's kind of nice to stretch those like skills again. But of course, my first day covering was Saturday, the day before my 2-week Alaskan vacation. So I was just like, ugh! I was like, why? Why did I volunteer for this? But it was worth it. It was a good time. It was only 3 hours, but I had to get there at like 9 a.m. on Saturday. And then it was over by like noonish, like 12:15ish. But again, because like, you know, you forget sometimes when you're out of the game for a minute and other people are doing it for you. I'm like, I had to schlep all of the stuff up. And so the event was held on campus, thank God. And it was in like the student union. So we basically I had to like bring a like wheelie cart thing that had all of our flyers in it. We had a bunch of like swag to give away, like little recruitment items, pens, squishy balls, like fun stuff, hand sanitizers, whatever. Had a big box of that stuff that was like to be replenished. Then I had like cute little like containers that I would put all the fun stuff in, and then I had plastic towers that the flyers go in, and I had business cards. I had like a tower of stuff, and I think I'm Superwoman, and I just don't ask for help ever. So I'm just like, I got this. Like I am like, you know, badass Barbie. And so I was like, okay. So I park my car, and again, where I parked is very close to the building. I just had to like get inside, go up the elevator, and go into the ballrooms to like set up. And it was so hot on Saturday. Thank God Eric made me get breakfast. He was, because I was just gonna like, I know this is bad, but I was just gonna be like, no, I'll just eat after the event, or maybe they'll have snacks at the event, or whatever. I'm on a college campus. There's food everywhere. I was like, I'll figure it out. And he was like, no, you need to stop somewhere beforehand to get food so you don't like eat somebody. And I was like, you're probably right. And he was right, as he tends to be. Ooh, this color is really pretty. It's like a midnight blue, but it's a fairy dust, so it's just like super shiny. I bet you this one's gonna be in Voyagers and Glacier Bay a lot, but it's very pretty. So yeah, he was like, you have to stop and get breakfast for yourself. So I was like, okay, fine. So I went to Dunkin' Donuts because they have snack and bacon. And if you've never had snack and bacon from Dunkin' Donuts, it's really just overpriced bacon, but I don't care because it's like the perfect texture consistency of bacon. It's like crispy, but also not too crispy, and they season it with like salt and pepper. At one point they had hot honey like drizzled on top. That was fire. That was so good. And so I stopped at Dunkin' Donuts. I did get myself a little iced coffee. I did do that as a little treat for myself, having to work on a Saturday. I did do that, which was my entire caffeine allowance for the whole day in one drink, but I did not care. So I got myself an iced coffee and snack and bacon, and I went to campus. I'm glad I stopped because the protein and the caffeine definitely gave me the pep in my step that I needed to get up into the building from my car, unload, set up there's 2 tables, set it all up. Whenever we do like recruitment events on campus, we try to like get some of our students to come and table with us, just because I think like from like a recruitment perspective, you know, obviously people want to know the information, right? Like they have a lot of questions and they want like answers. But I think also something that kind of sets us apart a little bit is like when we bring students, they can talk to the high schoolers that were there, because it was like a high school event, so it's like students that are in their senior year of high school just now, like they just started their senior year, they're graduating next spring, and they're thinking about what colleges they want to go to have students there like that are like, hey, like what questions do you have about like the residence halls, or like getting in your classes, or what are you nervous about? Like I've been there, I was you last year. Like it's just kind of nice. It's nice. So we had 3 of them, and at first I was kind of nervous. I was like, ooh, did like we bring too many? But luckily we had 2 tables, so I sat all 3 of them at the table next to me, and then I was at a table, but I gave them all the fun stuff. So like people wanted to go to their table because they had like the squishy balls and the pens and the sunscreens and, you know, the fun stuff. So they would like, and then they would come back to me if they had questions about like the programs, the nitty gritty and all that stuff. But like we played really well off of each other, and these students are so good. Like we use them often. Like we have like a team of students that like help us with recruitment events like that on campus, and so they all did a really good job. But yeah, it was crazy because the way they set up the event was there was like, it was kind of like conference style, so there would be rotating presentations in this other room from like the office of admissions for my school, and then like every 30 minutes they would let out that crowd to like come to the big ballrooms where all of the majors were tabling, and then like the next group would go into that presentation room, and then there was a 3rd group that was like touring the campus. So it was like people were rotating all throughout this event like all day, and so we were in the ballroom the whole time, but like every like half hour we would just get like a rush of like parents and their children that are like trying to apply to school with us. It was just like the ballroom was like full of every major, like almost every major was represented in this ballroom on a Saturday, and like it would be just like a huge mad rush from the other side to us to be like coming to our tables and asking questions and like grabbing flyers, and you know, it was actually really fun. Like I did enjoy it. It was tiring just to, because I'm one of those people where it's like I'll sit, but then if like I'm like speaking to someone while I'm recruiting, I stand up. And then, you know, when the rush happens, you're just standing for a while. And I wasn't really like running around. Like literally I'm acting like I ran a marathon, but for me it kind of felt like it. So I was like standing there, and I had my water with me, and I was drinking my water, and the girls were great, and they were helping too with conversations. So overall, like it went very, very, very well. And I brought like the perfect amount of recruitment swag, like to get like giveaway items, because I literally had like, the only thing I went back with was like a handful of sunscreens and then like a box of pens. And so I like had to carry way less back down to my car than I did beforehand, which was very nice. That was very nice, because it definitely got way hotter as the day went on, because I got there around like 8:45, 9 o'clock, like somewhere in there, because I didn't want to rush. I didn't want to get there and then feel like I was like running up the stairs and running to set up and I was late. Like I was like, let me get there stupid early. The thing doesn't start till 9:30. I was like, let me get there so early that I can just like take my time. If I have to go to the bathroom and come back, like chill, drink my drink. Like I was like living my best life. I was like, I would totally do this full time again if it was just like this all the time. But anyway, so it was like a nice time, but I was definitely pooped. I was definitely, when I got home from that, I was like, those 3 hours of like being on, because you're like, there's like a difference between being like on for work and then being like recruitment on. That's like a, hi, welcome to the da-da-da-da-da, and like, let me tell you about all these programs, and what questions do you have? And like, you just keep repeating yourself to every family that walks up to you. And yeah, my social battery had hit a low, and so when I got home, I like plounced. I literally came into the front door and just like ripped my pants off, and then like walked into the kitchen, and Eric was like, "All right, welcome home." I was like, I've had enough. I was wearing a polo. Okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was. I was wearing a polo shirt and like black, like, not jeans, but like, you know, those pants that they have where they're like, they look like jeans, but they're kind of like leggingsy, but they're jeans, but they're not. I was wearing those, and I was like, and again, like, I really haven't shopped. I don't really have maternity clothing. I've always been someone who likes to wear baggier clothes. Like, I don't prefer to wear my actual size because I don't like my clothes hugging me in that way. Like, I'm constantly in like a big t-shirt or whatever. So, but when I go to work, like, not every day, but like when I'm recruiting, I have like a nice polo, like a Nike polo with my school's name on it, and then I like to wear like black pants with it. And so I only wear these black pants when I go out recruiting, which used to be all the time, but now is way less, so I haven't put them on in a while. And they fit me, but they fit me, especially because I'm pregnant, they fit me in that way where I feel like my clothes are touching me, and I was like, get these off of me. I was like, I cannot be in them in any more time. I will lose it if I have pants on for one more moment in my house. So flung those at the staircase, and then like had lunch, and I brought home lunch for Eric and I. We ate lunch. I chilled for a minute, and then I immediately got into like packing mode. So really yesterday was like my big packing day. Throughout the week, I had been like casual packing, which was really just me having my open suitcase in Eli's room on the floor and just casually throwing sweaters at it, and like leggings and pants and like things that I knew I wanted to take on the trip, but I wasn't ready to commit to like building an outfit with it. I was like, this is a scarf I like, and I just threw it on the pile. But yesterday I literally sat on the floor after I had like taken a break, eaten lunch, like relaxed for a second, de-stressed a little. I sat on the floor until like 4 o'clock and just went to town. I like just went to town. I like made outfits. I'm a big fan of packing cubes. Let me know in the comments if you guys like those too. I think that they're great, and it makes me not overpack, because it's like, okay, I understand bringing a couple like contingency outfits on a vacation. Like, well, what if my pants get dirty? Or what if I feel yucky and I want to change? Or what if I want an extra pair of comfy sweatpants? And again, like, I live in Florida. It's hot here all the time. And when it's cold here, we wear shorts and a long sleeve. Like that, like, it's not the winter. So I don't have a ton of like super duper cold weather clothes, but I have been on vacation before to some cold places. So I did have like a really good, like, not like, I guess it could be a snow jacket, but it's more so just like a weatherproof jacket. Like if it rained, it would be great, but it has a fur liner on the inside that I can actually unzip and take out if that's like too much. So that's why I thought it was perfect, because it's kind of like two jackets in one. You can wear the interior fur jacket just like as a jacket on its own, or you can wear the big whole outside thing that's like weatherproof and the inside, or separately. So it's a little combo wombo. And then I have this really nice fleece that I got from Fabletics a couple Christmases ago. Like, I got it during Black Friday, and it's just like a cream colored Fabletics fleece. But I love pullover fleeces because they're just so warm and snuggly, but they're not super thick. I think that's one of the reasons why I only brought the one super heavy big jacket. It's literally one side of I have like a carry-on suitcase. It is one whole side of my carry-on, this big puffer jacket thing, because it's just like so obnoxious. But I just know when we go to like do the Hubbard Glacier, where we get on, Eric and I paid for the excursion where we get on the smaller boat to like go closer to the glacier, it's going to be so cold and windy that I'm just going to really be thankful I have like a thicker, you know, outer layer. So, but like when we're walking around in the towns and stuff, like when we dock and we do like excursions that are just like in town in Alaska, I just can't imagine needing something so thick and heavy, especially if you're going in and out of like restaurants or shops or whatever. Like, you need a jacket, but I don't think you need to act like it's a blizzard. It's not even probably going to be snowing. It's just going to be cold and rainy, which hence the weatherproof outer jacket. But yeah, so I sat on the floor of Eli's room with my suitcases. I have one big one that's going to go like under the plane, and it can be only 50 pounds or less, which, spoiler alert, I got it to be 40 pounds, which is perfect because it still has a little bit of room for souvenirs and stuff, but it's not like full to the brim where I couldn't even like close it. You know what I mean? Like, I think I packed that very well. The one that is kind of busting at the seams a little bit is my carry-on, like, rolly bag. I have never taken a rolly bag on a plane before, to be honest. I think I told you guys this in a previous video, but I straight up didn't even realize that that was allowed, even though I see people do it. Like, I have flown so many times, and I always thought people, like, when I was younger, I thought people had to pay for the, like, the rolly bags that they bring on the plane and stick above you overhead. I didn't understand that that's what a carry-on was. In my mind, a carry-on was my backpack. I'm carrying it on. Like, that's how I thought. But that's my personal item. And my carry-on is, you know, like the little rolly bag. So normally when you go on a cruise, if you, like, aren't getting on a plane to go to the cruise, if you're just driving somewhere and getting on a boat, you can bring as much luggage as your car can fit, because they're not weighing your luggage before they put you on the cruise ship. But because we're flying to Alaska and then getting on the cruise, after doing a 3-night pre-cruise land tour, I was extremely nervous about the bag situation, so I was like super happy to get all of my packing done yesterday. So I literally like sat there, I made outfits for the 3 nights. So like I had a plain outfit for Tuesday, which I did not pack obviously because I'm going to wear it in 2 days onto the plane. So I have that outfit. And then I have an outfit for the first day on the land tour, which is us going from Anchorage, Alaska, on the glass-domed train to Talkeetna. We stop in Talkeetna for like lunch and shopping, and then we go on a motor coach the rest of the way to Denali National Park, and then we sleep on night 2, we sleep in Denali, which I'm like, honestly, I think that's one of the things I'm most excited about, is to see like the mountains in Denali and just all of that, because I'm a big mountain lover. And so that's day 2/night 2 essentially, and then we wake up in Denali, we do a little tour there, and then we take a motor coach back to Talkeetna, and then we sleep in Talkeetna overnight. And that's the place that has like the funky little shops and the food and the whatever. And then the next day we wake up in Talkeetna and we go, I think we might even go back to Anchorage for a minute. And then we take a bus straight to Seward, which is where the boat lets you get on. So like by Friday, of, like, not your Friday, but like the Friday before you saw this, that's actually my first day of the cruise. So it's a 7-night cruise after a 3-night land tour. So it's like 11 days in total. What is this? 8, 9, 8. 8, 9, 8. Okay. So I have my carry-on, my smaller suitcase is full of just my outfits for the first 3 nights. Like pajamas, and then my big rainproof jacket in case it does rain on us, and like 3 outfits basically to do the first 3 days, and then like that, and like my toiletries. I'm also kind of nervous because, again, I've never done it this way, but I feel like everybody else does it this way, and I just need to get over my fear. And if I do it once and I'm successful, I won't be afraid of it anymore. So normally I always have, because I'm a Southwest girly, and this time we're flying Delta, but normally I'm a Southwest girly, and Southwest has, like, well, they had the best baggage thing ever. You got a personal item, a carry-on, and 2 free checked bags per person. I don't think I've ever used all of those things. I bring a backpack onto the plane and I check a bag onto the plane. Like, that was me. That was me my whole life. And so I've never had to deal with, like, the toiletry situation, like bringing it on the plane versus it going under the plane and the whole 9 yards. Well, the reason why I'm, like, nervous is because I specifically packed my carry-on suitcase for the first 3 days of the trip, because when we go, when they pick us up from the airport, which is going to be so fun, they're going to have like a little, there's going to have like a little sign that says like Royal Caribbean, like cruise people, whatever. I've never been picked up with like a little sign before, so I'm just like geeking out about that a little bit. But so once we get picked up, they're going to bring us to the hotel like in a big motor coach, right? And that motor coach has like the big underneath where they can put all your bags. And when your bags are tagged, you can let them know, because they'll bring your bags up and down, like up to the hotel room and back down for you. It's like part of the service. But if you don't want them to bring your big bag, like if you have like multiple bags and there's one bag that you know you're not going to need to touch while you're doing the pre-cruise tour, they'll just leave it under the bus for the whole trip. And I was like, oh, so if I can just literally pack everything in my carry-on that I need for those first 3 days, I won't have to have them like schlepping up my giant bag and having to open it and close it and put my toiletries away, because the toiletries was really the only thing that I was nervous about fitting in my carry-on, because I was scared about like the whole like fluid ounces, and I didn't want them to throw any of my stuff away, and I was like, whatever. But I looked it up and it said, I think it was like you can bring, I think 3.8 fluid ounces onto a plane, and everything that I had, my mini shampoos, my deodorant, I looked up if you could use spray, if you could bring a spray aerosol deodorant if it's under 3 ounces. They said yes, like on the website that I looked at. My night cream, my day cream, everything. Anything liquid that I'm bringing onto this plane is under 3 ounces anyway. Plus, the cruise ships have, like, in the shower, it's a very cramped shower, but they have the pumps on the wall of, like, shampoo, conditioner, body wash. So, like, I didn't feel the need to go overboard with like bringing stuff. I really brought shampoo and conditioner mostly for the first 3 days, because I didn't know like what Denali National Park Lodge was going to have in their hotel rooms. Like, I know the Marriott will have shampoo and conditioner and body wash, but I just wasn't confident in the experience we would be having like after that. So I was like, let me just bring like a small shampoo and conditioner just in case I need it for the first 3 days. But I've been like nervous about bringing it in my carry-on on the plane. But again, I'm like, literally people will only fly with carry-ons and they have liquids. Like, I don't know why I'm freaking myself out so much. I guess it's just because it's such a big trip and I don't want to be like the reason why we have to like stop or move to the side or I don't want to make us late. Like, I'm just nervous about at any point someone being like, you over there. And I'm going to be like, no, I was afraid this was going to happen. So, you know, I'm a little bit nervous about that. But other than that, like, it should be fine. I've double, triple checked like all of the things and they all say that they're under. And the worst thing that could happen is like they pull me to the side to check my suitcase and they have me open it up and they see the liquids and they're like, yeah, you have to throw that out. And then I'll be sad, but like I'll do it. Like, I'm not gonna not get on the plane because of a 3 ounce native shampoo and conditioner. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if it all does work out and I just like, you know, go live through the fear of it all, I think I'll be better for it, because then on the other side of this trip, I will be like, oh, wow, okay, so now I don't have to pack an entire suitcase under a plane, because some of my trips don't require that. Like, I probably could have gotten away with a carry-on, but I just put it under the plane because it was always free with Southwest. But now that that's changing, and again, I'm flying on Delta this time, so they don't do it the same way. I was like, this is a great time to experiment since I'm already doing it. And we're just going to see how it goes. I'm just going to pray that nobody freaks out or stops me or says I'm doing something wrong. I'm sure most of you have probably flown with items like that in your carry-on, and you're going to be like, Ashley, you're fine. Stop overthinking it. But I wouldn't be me if I wasn't overthinking it a little bit. So that's where I'm at with that. But packing is good. I made all of my outfits together. Hopefully you guys will see it when I come back, if I can have like good footage and clips and stuff. There's this one outfit that, well, it's not really an outfit, it's a t-shirt. It's a t-shirt that I bought Eric and I. It's a matching t-shirt. His says dad, mine says mom, and it says established 2025 on it. And I was like, I bought them like really, really early on when we found out we were pregnant, like before we were even telling people. So I got it in the mail from Amazon, and I had them for a while, and then we obviously couldn't wear them until we told people because we didn't want anyone to know or see it on accident. And then when we told people, we were just like so excited. Like, I don't know, we just never found a reason to wear a matching outfit. Do you know what I mean? Like, it never felt right up until that point. So we're both gonna bring them on the trip with us, and we're gonna wear them on the day that we're doing the glass domed train. And so I'm hoping to take a couple really cute pictures of us with the shirts. The other reason I was kind of unsure about the shirts after I bought them, I was like, well, technically Eli isn't going to be born until 2026, but in my personal opinion, you're a mom and dad the moment that you conceive a child. So I'm like, we were established in 2025, but it was actualized in 2026. I was like thinking again, way overthinking it, because I feel like we're gonna get the questions like, oh my gosh, like how old is your kid? And I'm gonna be like, he's in my belly still, and they're gonna be like, oh. I'm gonna be like, shut up, leave me alone. Let me have my moment. I probably should have gotten it to say 26 just so I don't get weird looks. But honestly, who cares? Literally, who cares? I'm never going to see these people again. Hopefully. I always think that whenever I think about like embarrassing things people do on cruise ships, and you're just like, they probably think that they're never going to see any of us again. But what are the chances, right? Like, what are the odds of us bumping into each other in the real world at some point? Maybe even in the airport. That would be embarrassing enough for me. If I did something horrendous on a cruise and then I had to like sit next to someone in the airport waiting for my flight, and they're just like casually glancing over and they're like, that's the girl who did that crazy thing. I'd be like, nope, I'm good. So yeah, it should be interesting. But yeah, so Eric and I are gonna have cute little matching shirts on that day. So hopefully I'll get a couple cute pictures of that, as long as it's not too cold and I can take off my jacket. Although the train is like, you can sit inside, but they do have an outside thing where you can go stand outside and like look around. So if it's not too crazy, like we'll go out there too, but I'm sure we will at some point. But that's just like the thought of it all. What else was I gonna say? We talked about me working on Saturday night we went to dinner. So I packed pretty much everything. The only thing I have to pack today is not my carry-on, my personal item, which is my backpack. I always travel with this like basic like high schooler backpack because it just works for me. And so I waited till today to pack my backpack because I had to do this, because this goes in my backpack. So that's like, I had to do this first. But today I just have to pack my backpack. But once I was done, it was like 4:00 yesterday. I finished the big packing, like the big, big suitcase, little suitcase situation. Then I filmed something. I think I filmed an unboxing yesterday. And then we went to dinner. What number do I want? I want 3752. Yes. Ooh, these colors are very close together, and it's 3752 and 3753. I was like, wait, did I see that correctly? Because that's all I need is to mess it up. So we went to dinner at one of our all-time favorites, K-Pot. One of the things that sucks, though, that I didn't realize it until this time that we went. So the way K-Pot works is if you have a party of, I think, 4 or more, if you go during your birthday, your dinner is free. And K-Pot is endless Korean barbecue and hot pot, which is kind of like ramen noodles, soup kind of thing. But like you make it yourself and they give you a grill and you cook your own Korean barbecue. It's like really fun. We go like once a month. Like Eric, me, and our friends, like we love it. We love it. So we were going for Eric's birthday because we celebrated with his dad's side of the family the weekend before his birthday. My mom and my stepdad came over and brought him a cake and we cut it the night of his birthday. And then we weren't going to see our friends again until after the cruise, so we decided to go out to dinner on Saturday to celebrate his birthday and like do gifts or whatever, which they had already given him the gifts he wanted. He wanted a bunch of Steam gift cards because he wanted to buy this super epic version of, I think, the new Borderlands game, if I'm not mistaken. There's like a super expert version of it that he wanted to get that was like over $100. So all of our friends pitched in and got him gift cards so he could buy it, which was so nice of them. But yeah, so we went to dinner on Saturday to K-Pot, and I thought that it, like, your birthday just had to be within the week that you went. It's within 3 days. And I'm like, that's so annoying, because I totally could have had my mom come over to, like, yesterday with a cake, and I could have had my friends and us go out to dinner on Tuesday, but it was a school night, and Cynthia has the twins, and it worked out better the way it did, and Cynthia was able to get someone to watch her kids, so she, like, we didn't have any kids with us, which I don't mind. Like, I love the twins. Like, they're basically my children in my heart, so, like, I wouldn't have cared either way, but, like, she said that she felt like she got to be more part of the conversation because she wasn't, like, screaming at her children, which was nice. That was nice. So we had dinner. It was delicious, as always. And I got to watch, so I think I told you guys this before in a previous video. I'm a big football fan, NFL specifically, but I do pay attention to a little bit of college football because I do, I think I've told you guys before, I'm in Tampa, and so I actually, for grad school, I went to USF. That's where I got my master's degree. And when I was an undergrad, I went to Florida Gulf Coast University, and we did not have a football team. We had a really, really good basketball team and a really good hockey team, and actually a really good volleyball team, but we did not even have a football team. So the big joke was that, like, we were undefeated, and, like, we had an undefeated college football team, and, like, that was, like, our big joke in college. But when I went to grad school, I went to University of South Florida in Tampa, and we're the Bulls. They have a football team. It wasn't a great football team, but we had one. I've only been to like one game in my whole life because they share a stadium with the Bucks. But they are putting they're putting a stadium on the college campus within like the next 2 years. Like, they got the funding for it, and I cannot wait to go to a game like on the campus and see all that. Anyways, long story short, if you're into football, specifically college football, last week they played Boise State, they were 25th ranked, and we beat them, and that was great. And I was like, holy cow, that was amazing. But then we played University of Florida, yesterday, and we beat them, and it was like, I don't think we've ever beat the University of Florida ever. From USF's perspective, I don't think we've ever beat University of Florida. So I was just like, the pride in my little bull heart was just screaming from the rooftops yesterday. Like, we were in K-Pot, and like I had a direct line to like the bar television, and I was just like watching, and it was just really cool. So I was really enjoying all the social media yesterday and today from my school and from all the other schools, just being like, USF is a threat. And the best part. So I went to USF for grad school. My brother-in-law, Nicholas, went to the University of Florida for his bachelor's degree and his master's degree. And then my sister-in-law, she went to UCF for her undergraduate degree, and she's currently there for her master's degree. So like we basically monopolized the Florida school system, but my father-in-law, their dad's favorite team in Florida, like for college football, is the Miami Hurricanes. And because he's like a Miami boy through and through, whatever. Like, obviously he supports his kids' schools and like whatever, but like he's a Miami fan. So literally USF plays Miami like next weekend for me. Like right now, like next weekend they play Miami, and I'm like, if we beat UF and Miami, I'm gonna like throw up and run around and be so excited. What am I doing? I see. Pay attention, Ashley. You're using these. Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna be on the cruise at the time that they're playing. maybe one of the sports bars on the cruise will have the game on, because I will 1000% bring my little mini Dazzles to the bar and sip my little caffeine-free, sugar-free ginger ale and watch that game and be screaming with the best of them over it. They're gonna be like, who's this little girl from Florida screaming at the bar like a banshee? That's me. But otherwise, I could care less about college football, like, truly. I do think it was hilarious that FSU upset Alabama. That was pretty funny. Just because Alabama thinks they're, like, the best thing since sliced bread. But, like, I don't follow college football as closely as I follow the NFL. Speaking of the NFL, man, I guess because it's going to be Super Bowl 50, like, something's in the water. I don't know if something is cursed. I don't know, man, because first of all, was it Friday night? No, it was Thursday. Thursday night football, first opening game of the season, Cowboys versus Eagles, okay? I'm watching the game, and friggin' one of the Eagles players, whatever his name is, spits on the quarterback, gets ejected right from the game. And I'm just like, okay, well, that's Jason Kelsey's team. So I'm excited to listen to their pod, because Jason Kelsey and Travis Kelsey have the New Heights podcast, and they do it once a week during the entire football season. So they talk about, like, Jason Kelsey's retired, but Travis Kelsey still plays for the Chiefs. But Jason Kelsey is, like, an Eagle through and through. Like, he played on the Philadelphia Eagles for years and years, and, like, he retired only last year. Technically 2 years ago now. But, like, so he does this podcast with his brother, and I was like, ooh, like, I wonder what he's going to say about his prior teammate, like, acting a fool and getting ejected from the game. So I'm like, oh, that's going to be juicy, whatever. Eagles end up beating the Cowboys. All is right in the world. We move on. Then we go to Brazil, where the Chiefs play the Chargers. And again, most people would favorite the Chiefs to win in that scenario. But they don't. And they don't win. And one of the things that got me so bent is because I shared with you guys that I have a fantasy football league and that I play with. It's one of my best friend's husband's, like, family teams. And so me, my best friend, her husband, and, like, his whole family play this fantasy league together. This is my second year being a part of their fantasy league. And last year, I could not catch a break. Even though I ended up coming in second place overall in the league, I had a rough time last year. I had to do a lot of, like, trading and waivers and stuff because, like, it felt like my entire roster was just injured constantly. Like, the last year, it was amazing that I placed as high as I did. I always had injuries on my team, and then also I didn't know that they did their league where they have two quarterbacks. So they have a main quarterback, and then they have a flex position where you could have a quarterback. And obviously, if you're trying to win and you want more points, you're going to draft a quarterback for that position. So I only had two quarterbacks, one main and one backup, and my backup ended up having to be my second role, and I didn't have, like, a backup quarterback to, like, flip with them during bye weeks and stuff. So last year was a hot mess. This year I went into it, I felt like I knew what I was doing. I had a good roster. I had a great draft position. I was on a team of 10 and I was position 10, so that means I got back-to-back picks every time. So it was, like, the perfect storm for perfect things to happen. Literally, third play of the game, Travis Kelsey flings himself into Xavier Worthy, and Xavier Worthy is out for the rest of the game. I'm like, that is my wide receiver, and you are my tight end. Can we get it together, boys? Like, I was like, this sucks. Like, this is awful. It'll be fine. I haven't checked the injury list to see if Xavier, because he literally, like, Travis fell into him so hard in the shoulder, he had to get an MRI yesterday. Xavier, not Travis. Travis is built like a dump truck. He's probably perfectly fine, other than his ego being bruised for missing that pass and not getting a touchdown. He did get a touchdown that game, but there was one pass in particular where he, like, whiffed it hard. But anyways, so fantasy has been fun for my second year with this league, but it's fine. There's a whole season to recover. I shouldn't get all bent. And speaking of Tampa Bay, before I started filming today, I watched Tampa smack down the Falcons, which also made me happy. Again, I could care less about the Buccaneers, but I was already riding the high of the USF win, then the Bucs won. I was like, it could be worse. So that was exciting. So it is football season. Please be prepared for random football updates from me at any given time in any video. Hopefully that you find them entertaining and not boring. So sorry if you find them boring. What else was I going to tell you? Oh, so last night, thank God for notes, because my brain is just, again, not present with me at the moment. Last night, Eric and I were laying in bed, and again, it was like we were both feeling like we were officially on vacation. Like, I still had to do a couple videos and do some editing and stuff, but like this is us hanging out. This doesn't feel like work to me. Work is work. So after I had worked on Saturday, that night, Eric and I were just like laying in bed, and we had just gotten back from that great dinner with our friends, and we were like full and tired and whatever, and we were just chatting. And so we got to sleep in this morning, but like the night before, last night, we were talking about just like how excited we were for all like the food and stuff on the cruise. Because Royal Caribbean, you know why we cruise with them a lot is because they are known for having like really good food on their ships. And I mean, we can attest to that. We've done Royal Caribbean like 3 times at this point as a couple. I think we've both done it more than 3 times individually, like with our families growing up. But as a couple, I think he and I have done 3 this will be our 3rd Royal Caribbean cruise. And so, yeah, we love the food. It's great. But we were just talking about like what we were going to be doing on the ship for entertainment, what we were going to be eating on the cruise. And we found it this morning. So we slept in this morning a little bit because all he had to do today was mow the lawn because we didn't want to get like some weird letter from the HOA while we were like away for 2 weeks. So he mowed the lawn, and then I was just like filming and editing all day. And again, this is my last video to film, and then I'll edit the 2 videos, this and the other one tomorrow, and then I'll be done. But we were laying in bed and just talking this morning about, again, like what we're going to eat, what we're going to see, what we're going to do. And we found on the Royal Caribbean app that you can actually look up the dining room's menus. I felt like I knew that was possible, but I couldn't remember how I had stumbled upon it in the past. But we figured it out, and so we were able to look at the like main dining room's menu for every single night of the cruise. Because I mean, the cruise is happening like within a week, so they're already like gearing up to like have everything ready to go. So all of the scheduled events and stuff, like the trivia nights and the karaoke and the shows, like you can see all of that now, whereas you couldn't have seen that before because we were too far away. But then we could see everything, so we were just like drooling over it this morning. I was like, Eric, you need to make me breakfast or I'm gonna lose my mind, because like we were looking at the menu and it was just like, they have, every night has like a different theme. So like some nights it was like Mediterranean and like jerk chicken and whatever. And then other nights it was like Italian and there's like lamb chops and whatever. And then they had like steaks. And obviously because we're going to Alaska, they had like salmons and like all these other good things. And like the desserts, and the one night they're going to have arancini I don't know if it's arancini or arancini, but it's like the little fried rice balls. It's very Italian. It's so delicious. And I have been denied arancini twice at Noble Crust. I love Noble Crust. It's very good. But twice I've tried to go there and get their arancini appetizer, and both times they did not have it, and it was upsetting. So I will be getting probably 2 orders of that on the cruise. But then also like on a cruise, there's room service and there's like stuff around the ship. I haven't even looked at this particular ship. I think it's an older ship. We're going on Radiance of the Seas, which is not one of their newer like super upgraded ships, which I don't really care, to be honest, because when I was younger and I used to go on cruises, I used to be with my parents, obviously, and like they loved the shows. Like they were super into the shows and like going to the trivia, and like they would do all that stuff, and I would go with them and I had a great time, whatever. But as an adult, I've realized what I like to do on cruises, and really the main things, other than eating and sleeping and seeing sights at the ports, other than the basic stuff, I am a big fan of bingo. So I love to go when they do like the cash prize bingo and you like do the bingo cards. I am my grandmother's granddaughter. My grandmother on my dad's side, her name was Yolanda. She's Grandma Yo to me. She loved bingo. Like she was like a bingo shark. She would be that woman that had like 18 cards in front of her, and they'd be like N34, and she'd be like do 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 do, like, and I was just watching her in full amazement, also choking on all the lingering cigarette smoke in the room at this bingo hall, but like it was fine. We were making memories. So it was the 90s. It was a different time. So I have always had a true deep love of bingo, because I used to go with my grandmother all the time to these bingo halls with all of these like old Spanish women and men that were just like screaming at each other over this like game of bingo. It was like it was the funniest, greatest thing. Like one of the best things in my childhood memories from my grandmother was just like going to bingo with her and like legitimately having a good time. Like not being there out of obligation or being like, Grandma, can we go now? No, like I would be there with her until 1 o'clock in the morning. Like, and it was the best thing ever. Like it was great. So I love when the ships do bingo, and obviously like you can win money and like it's not likely that you're gonna win, but if you do win, like it's fun. And so one time, I think it might have been when we played bingo on our honeymoon cruise, I was on camera, like my number was the next one that they were gonna call, but someone had called bingo before me, and I didn't win, but it would have been like hundreds of dollars if I would have won. I was like, dang it. But anyways, bingo, big fan of that. Also a big fan of karaoke, not to sing it, although like I don't think I'm a horrible singer, but I'm more of a sing, jam out in the car, shower with friends. Like I'll do karaoke with friends. Like I would go to my friend's house and we would pull up YouTube karaoke and we would sing together for hours. Like it's not that like I'm embarrassed per se. I don't get any sort of inner joy from performing for strangers. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I like to sing karaoke, like, with people that I know, to have fun with people that I know. I'm not, like, having a big moment where I go out there and I, like, impress the audience and they're like, oh my gosh, she's the next Ariana Grande. Like, no, that is not me. So, but I do love to go to karaoke. Eric and I love to do karaoke on the ships, and we just watch. We just listen and watch because, you know, there are some people who are, like, the brave little soldiers that'll go up there and they're just like singing their little hearts out and it's horrible, but they have the passion and you're just like, you go, dude. And then there's the other people who like look really shy and they come out singing like freaking like Justin Timberlake, and you're like, what? It's the best time. And this particular cruise has like adult karaoke ones, like different, every night they have like different versions of it. So sometimes they have like adult karaoke, and then other nights they have like family karaoke, and then there's other nights where they have like open gen pop karaoke or whatever. So it's like, I'm interested to see how that goes. Cause again, that's like, what's that show that they used to do where the kids, it's like kids say the darndest things or like whatever. It's like, think about family karaoke and like them singing like Frozen, but it's like this little 6-year-old girl who's like, she doesn't even know what being afraid looks like, and she's like belting Let It Go. I'm like, I'm so in for that. Like I am front rowing that. Like, yes, sign me up. And Eric, he loves it too. So we'll definitely be going to all the karaoke sessions to watch and listen to all of those performances and have a great time. We will be respectful, but we will giggle. We are human beings. We will giggle at people who are bad, but we will do it quietly and respectfully, only with each other. And we will not point and laugh because that's rude. And people are being very brave by going up there because I would not. And if I do, I'm sure Eric will capture it on camera for you. So anyway, what was I going to say? So yeah, so again, bingo, karaoke, and the casino. I'm a big casino fan. I'm not someone who goes like every Tuesday it's casino night, let's go down to the casino, but I do really love the casino environment. Again, maybe it's a little bit of that like gambling vibe that I got from my grandmother growing up, and she practically like raised me for the first few years of my life just because my mom was working and so busy and whatever. I spent a lot of time with her. Like she loved to do bingo, she loved to gamble. Again, she wasn't like a tycoon or anything, but like I would go with her and I would sit and watch, and I love to watch people gamble. It's so funny going on these cruise ships and watching like these like old retired folks, and they'll just like sit down at a machine and just feed it hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, and like they've got like diamond bracelets. You could tell that they're just living out the rest of their life. They're retired, they don't give a dang, they're just enjoying themselves. And I'm like, God, I want to be you one day. I just want Eric to walk up behind me, just like slide a 100 into my little penny slot machine and walk away and go play blackjack, and I'll just be pressing the little button and I won't even care, like, because I won't have any bills anymore. Like, isn't that the dream? It's my dream. It's my dream to live on a cruise ship and play bingo and listen to karaoke and play at the slots until I die. But anyways, so I'm very excited to go to the casino. Actually, last year, was it? Maybe, I can't remember if it was last year or 2 years ago, because time is like an enigma to me. But 1 or 2 years ago, I went on a Royal Caribbean cruise, but I went with my dad and my mom and my stepdad, and Eric all came. So it was my dad, my stepmom, my mom and my stepdad, Eric and I. So it was the 3 couples. Again, most people would hear that combo and be like, are you ill? And to that I say, no, my parents' divorce just didn't work the same way that everybody else's parents' divorce did. I'm not saying it's a healthy relationship. I'm just saying it's a relationship. Like, they were okay to do that. Like, that was fine. They actually, like, my dad was like, so is your mom gonna come? And I was like, I can ask her. And then they came, and it was great. So anyway, we all enjoy the casino. More me and my dad than my mom and Dave. Like, they like it. Like, they do like it. Like, they'll bring cash and they'll gamble a little bit. But like, me and my dad will literally sit in there for hours. And we won't even care. Like, again, like, he smokes, so he'll be like smoking a cigarette, sitting on a machine, and we'll just be like looking at people and like watching people gamble and like trying to find out what machines are paying out more and figuring out like this, that, like, we just love it all. Like, we love the environment. And so like, I could literally catch myself being in that casino like till I have to go to bed, just like hanging out. And there is a non-smoking section of the casino, so don't worry about Eli. He's gonna be safe. I will try not to venture over to the smoking side that much. And also, I can also, like, if I want to gamble and hang out and like sit there for a while, but I want to play a machine that's like in the smoking section or whatever, I can go during the day. Because during the day, the casino is a ghost town, but you can still gamble. Like, the machines are on, everything's on. It's just that like mostly people like go eat their fancy dinner and then like go gamble at night. So for me, I'll go at night sometimes, like into the non-smoking section, but during the day I can also see myself going there. But anyways, I got distracted. Last year, Eric and I entered this contest. It was like a slots contest, and it had like pretty much absolutely no skill to it. You paid to enter the contest, and I think to enter the contest it was like maybe $50. But essentially, they had a huge row of slot machines. And so once every single slot machine was filled with somebody who wanted to enter the contest, you basically, once they said go, they had a special mode for these machines where it would just be like line hits, and you had to just smack the button as many times as possible until the countdown ran out of time. And whoever won the most based on the luck of the gambling won like a grand prize. And I literally came in like 3rd place, I think, overall in the entire tournament. It was insane. I was pressing that thing so fast, like my arm hurt afterwards. Like, I was like, this is like a workout. So yeah, if they do, and then again, that was a Royal Caribbean cruise, so I'm praying that they have that tournament again, because that was so much fun. Eric also did really well. Eric actually hung with me all the way until I think the second to like the semifinals, and then I think I was the only one that made it into the finals, but I can't remember. But I came in like 3rd place, I think, and I was just like, man, I was again so close. So I'm ready this time. I know what the rules are. I know how it works. Eric likes to watch me gamble all the time. I'm like, what, do you want to bring some money? Like, do you want to sit at a slot? He's like, he thinks I'm the lucky one. I'm like, no. I'm like, you're my lucky charm. The lucky one isn't the one in the seat. It's the one that's next to the one in the seat. He doesn't believe me. But I'm like, you're my lucky charm. So he likes to play blackjack. Not like a lot, but like he'll play like a couple hands. He actually was up, like with the last time we went on a cruise. He was able to sit at a table in like the worst seat, like right next to the dealer, to the left of the dealer, and like he was like hanging in there with. I sent him away with like $100, and he came back with $100 after like 2 hours. I was like, wow, that's impressive. He's like, I was up and then I lost, whatever, but here's my $100 back. And I was like, I'm like, only you could entertain yourself in a casino with $100 for 2 hours and come back with $100. Like, that is so not normal. But I love him for that. So we're definitely going to be in the casino a lot, having fun and enjoying the environment and watching people spend thousands of dollars and hit it big. And I just love that. I love watching it. I just love it. So yeah, those are the main things, is karaoke at night, the casino anytime, and bingo. Those are really the three main like cruise activities that you will find me at. Otherwise, I'll be diamond painting. And so I kind of thought that through when I was looking at the schedule of like, here's the little class where you learn how to make like sushi rolls, and like here's the little trivia. I've done a couple cruises at this point, and I'm not super impressed with like the trivia. Basically, you all just meet in this like corner of a room, and they pass out little pieces of paper and golf pencils, and they're like, yeah, you got it right, and then everyone just goes away. Like, it's not like it's a thing where there's like prizes and you win stuff. Like, I like to win stuff. Like, if I'm gonna sit there and like do trivia, I want to win something. So, and sometimes you do win something, but it's like a Royal Caribbean keychain, and you're like, all right, this was not worth my time. Maybe it is. Maybe I'll feel differently when I have Eli, because like he'll love the keychain. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, as an adult with no children, I was like, I am good. I don't need this. But anyways, this is kind of doubling, as it's like my mom's 60th birthday celebration, David's 59th birthday celebration, Eric's 34th birthday celebration, my baby moon, me and Eric's baby moon. It's covering a lot of bases, to be honest, which I love. We do that a lot. We'll have like one big vacation and we'll be like, it's everybody's everything. And it kind of is. Oh God, this color is so pretty too. I don't know how good you can see it, but it's like an even darker blue than the other one was. But I just realized I'm kind of dark. Maybe because of here, let me shut my window. I think it's because the sun is starting to go down. It's like 6:18. So it's not like sunset, but like come on, there we go. Maybe that will help with the lighting. What was I saying? Oh yeah, but those are the main things I like to do on a cruise ship. And so because like other than like the excursions that I'll be doing, oh yeah, I'm already telling that my lighting is way better now. Maybe I can stop it halfway. There we go. That way we get a little bit I like to have natural light coming in, because it makes me not get headaches when I'm in here, like looking at a ring light and a screen. Anyway, so I hope that like when I'm not doing excursions and when I'm just like chilling, you know how sometimes they'll be playing like music in like the main areas and stuff. Like, I just want to like set up a little corner next to a big window where I can see like mountains and glaciers and Alaska and like whales. Set me up in a little window corner inside where there's no wind. And I want window, not wind. And then I will just diamond paint and people watch, and it's going to be like the best time ever. Oh, we have a drill that didn't make it. Sorry. I'm not going to go find where you live. Okay, what is this? 823, right here. So, yeah, I'm hoping that I will actually get to diamond paint a lot. And then I was thinking, because I'm going to have my phone with me, obviously. I was thinking, like, if I'm diamond painting and someone, like, comes up to me and starts, like, asking questions, like, and and specifically if someone's like, oh, I diamond paint too, I could ask them, like, oh, I have a YouTube channel for diamond painting, like, would you mind me, like, doing a little interview with you? And then I could, like, turn on the camera and just be like, so what's your name? And, like, how many years have you been diamond painting? And whatever. So we'll see. I mean, again, I'm not anticipating, like, you know, a million people to walk up to me. But, like, I don't know, an Alaskan cruise, I bet you there's some diamond painters on there. So we'll see. Also, if I catch a diamond painter in the wild, you bet your bottom dollar I'm walking straight up to them and being like, so where are we meeting up tomorrow? Where can we hide and diamond paint together? But anyway, so that'll be fun. And Eric is going to bring his Switch, so he'll be next to me doing his own thing, just relaxing. We honestly, both of us, I think, are just super, super burnt out with work right now, that we are very much looking forward to just doing nothing crazy. The excursions are going to be fun, but most of the excursions are like, take a bus to the top of a mountain and then take pictures, and then take a bus to a town and go shopping and eat something, and then take a bus over here to do a tour of, like, a bus tour of a cool city. Like, it's a lot of that. It's not a lot of like whitewater rafting, running up a hill. And again, I'm very lucky. I'm very fortunate that like somebody was looking out for me, because like I do like to do like the more adventurous excursions typically, but like in this particular cruise there weren't too many available anyway. Like, it's not like I passed up on a bunch of adventurous ones. There really just weren't that many like that. Like, you know, ATVs through the forest, like, we're going to Alaska. Like, there was dog sledding, but I've already done that before, and so I didn't really want to do it twice. I did it in Colorado and it was a lot of fun. But, like, I didn't really sign up for any of that stuff, but I'm lucky I didn't, because I'm, like, literally pregnant. And I would have had to, like, change a lot of that stuff if it was too, like, aggressive. So I'm just looking forward to doing a lot of sightseeing, taking a lot of pictures, video, diamond painting, hanging out with my family, eating everything in sight, praying that my doctor doesn't actually kill me when I come back. She's going to be like, and so now you've met your goal weight for the entire pregnancy and you cannot gain another cent. another pound. And I'll be like, okay, it's fine. Maybe if I just walk home from Alaska, I'll just lose all the extra weight. It'll be fine. No, I'll be good, but I'm also going to enjoy myself. Like, I'm not going to starve myself just for the sake of like, whatever. Cause like, I'm the type of person where I'm a once in a lifetime vacationer. So like, I typically don't like to repeat vacations unless I'm going with someone else who hasn't gone before, because then I feel like I'm going again for the first time, because I'm like teaching them like why the place is so awesome. Like, obviously there are places in the world that I've been that I want to take Eli to. There's even places in the world I've been that Eric hasn't gone that I want to take him to. But like, because Eric and I have gone to Alaska now, or no, again, for you I've gone, but for me currently I have not been there yet. So like, when we get back from that trip, I'll feel like I have done Alaska, and I probably won't want to do it again until Eli's like older, if he's interested in that, or maybe he'll be interested in somewhere else. Eric and I have a ton of different places on our bucket list, and again, I don't think Eric has ever been truly international. Like, he's done the Caribbean, I think he's done Mexico, but like, he's never done Europe or any of that. And I haven't either. On my senior trip in high school, like, we went to Eastern Europe, which was incredible for 10 days. But like, as an adult with my husband, I've never been on a vacation like that. So I'd love to go see like France and Italy and like Spain and Germany. I would love to go to all those places with him. And obviously eventually my son as well. So that would be really cool. So I just don't know when I'll make it back to Alaska. So I really want to enjoy the food, the environment, the culture, the people. Like, I really want to immerse myself for the 11 days and then feel like I did that. You know what I mean? So what is this? 3, 7, 5, 6, 3. Oh, I was like, why is this one in the beginning? Because it's the AB. That's why it's not a fairy dust. Majority of these mini Dazzles are fairy dust. Did I have anything else to share? No, I already told you we're dropping off the cats tomorrow at my mom's house. And then Cynthia's going to watch all 4 cats there, her 2 and my 2. I think the things, and I kind of mentioned this too, the things I'm most excited to see on the vacation is Denali, which is in Denali National Park. It's previously named Mount McKinley. I'm going to see that. Hopefully I see the Aurora Borealis. That's like a huge bucket list thing for me. But honestly, this mini Dazzle set taught me that I don't have to only be in Alaska to see it. I can potentially see it in Voyageurs National Park, which is in, I think I said Minnesota. So I think it was Minnesota. It's somewhere up there. So I definitely will have to look into that if I don't see it, but I really do want to see the Aurora Borealis. It was on my mom's bucket list too. It's what she wanted for her birthday the most. So I pray that we see it. And then the other thing is the Hubbard Glacier. I am so excited to do that excursion. It was not cheap. I will tell you that. Like, that is like probably the one excursion where we like dropped some money, because we get to go, like, we don't get to go on the glacier obviously, but when they get the boat in a position, they get us on a smaller boat, and then we go right up to the glacier, like I think maybe like a mile away from it, which won't feel very far because it's huge, but we're going to take pictures and whatever. And so I'm very excited to see a real big glacier like right in front of me, and I think it would be really cool if we saw like part of the glacier like falling off and like splashing in the water. I don't know. I'm just so excited, and I hope we see wildlife and bears and whales and moose and weird cats. Whatever cats they have in Alaska, I want to see them. So yeah, that's what I'm excited to see while we're there, and that's what I'm most excited for on this trip. And then, yeah, so basically it's Sunday. We leave on Tuesday at 8 o'clock in the morning. That's when our flight leaves. So Eric and I are going to be at my mom's, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, at like 4 o'clock in the morning to pack the cars, get breakfast, go, like, drive to the airport. We're going to park in, like, the economy parking, long-term, whatever, and then just leave the car there. And then we'll be there, we'll leave the car there for, like, 2 weeks. But since I got my pass, my pregnancy pass, the parking, whatever, the disability temporary pass, now that I have that, it follows me, not my car. So I'm going to take that with me in Eric's car on Tuesday, so we can park really close to the elevator, so I'm not having to like walk super far to get my bags to and from the train station where they like take you to the airport. So that'll be really good too. And yeah, those are pretty much all my life updates. But as far as diamond painting goes, not too much going on. I am very thankful that I grabbed Gamer Room by Mrs. Butter D this past weekend. That was the only diamond painting I purchased last weekend, but I did see in the VIP Facebook group and on Diamond Art Club's website that the kit was discontinued, which I know got a lot of people upset because a lot of people whenever it comes to like very popular artists with Diamond Art Club, most people just assume that like, oh, if I can't pick it up right now, or if it sells out, like, no big deal. It'll restock in like 6 months, and by then I'll have funds or whatever. Maybe I want to do it in a different season, so I'll just wait. And people kind of plan on restocks happening for really popular canvases like Margaret Morales, Mrs. Butter D, Chrissa Bug, like all the main artists that people like go gaga over. And so the fact that they discontinued it after its first run and they didn't list it as limited edition when it was released, I think it rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. And the theory that I've been seeing out there in the VIP Facebook group is the reason why some people think, and I think that they're probably right, the reason why some people think that it was discontinued after its first run was because it had a lot of intellectual properties from gaming companies in it displayed. It had characters and visuals that they do not own the rights to, and so it was like a one and done run situation. I don't even want to speculate. I don't even know how to begin with the ins and outs of the legal ramifications of what that looks like and all of that. Like, I'm not going to share an opinion because I don't think I have enough information to have an opinion on that situation. Other than the fact that if I had to guess why it got discontinued right after that first run, it might have been because it had some images in it that were not licensed with Diamond Art Club, if you know what I'm saying. So anyways, I'll leave it at that, but that's other people's theory that I also think I agree with. But it still sucks, right? It still sucks to have a canvas that you like absolutely would have gotten had you have known it was going to go away. I pray that if you didn't get it because you were going to hold off on it and get it later, that you eventually can find it in a D-stash group for not $1 bajillion. I hope that people are fair and honest about it, and if they're really not going to do it, they give it up for a decent price. I'm super, super sorry if you missed it, and I know that that's really hard. I have finally, I think I told you guys, I can't remember if I did or not, but the weekend prior, I think I did because I did a kitten chat last week too. I purchased Lotus from Peggy Collins on a restock. That was my last restock that I was waiting for with Diamond Art Club. And I got it. So I have officially purchased every single kit that was on my wish list from Diamond Art Club that I had been waiting for to restock. I've gotten them all now, so I don't have anything. I still have an archived wish list, and that's just like a wish list of things that are no longer with Diamond Art Club. They're discontinued, and so if I ever see them pop up in a D-stash group, like, I'll grab it and then I'll take it off of that wish list. But that's just kind of like a running list of things that I really wanted to get that either came out before I was diamond painting, or they came out and got discontinued before I could grab it. Whatever the case is, most of the things that are on there are things that came out before I was diamond painting with Diamond Art Club. Like, there's a couple Josephine Wall things in there. There's I really want that Aries from Roy Trin. I think he's the one that did the Zodiac Witches. The Aries one I think is gorgeous. There's a couple others too, but like those are just like far-fetched. Like, if I see it in a D-stash group, like, I'll go for it, but I'm not necessarily seeking it out right now either, because again, I have to protect my stash closet and make sure it doesn't get too unruly. Okay, yeah. I was like, I just put the sticker on here and realized I didn't pull the bag. Ooh, this is the iridescent. This is the one iridescent, and it's like a lavender purple iridescent. That's really pretty. So yeah, if you didn't get Gamer Room from Mrs. Butter D this weekend, I'm so sorry. Well, I guess for you guys it was 2 weekends ago, but I'm so sorry if you didn't get it, and I hope you can get it from a D-stash group eventually. I'm a big fan of DAC. It's called DAC Fans, a D-stash group. I think that's the name of the Facebook group. So if you don't have any idea of where to start with D-stashing, I would go there. They don't only D-stash Diamond Art Club kits. You can D-stash from any reputable shop. You can just see what other people's post, and there's a rule page. Read through the rules, look at what everything means and everything. But then, yeah, go ahead and check that out so you can buy from fellow diamond art lovers and have a good time. Okay, yep, I perfectly have 3 bags left. This worked out so nicely, I must say. Okay, well, since there's only 3 left, I'm just going to peel all 3 stickers right now, and then I will pair them with their little friend so that we are done with the sticker sheet. What else diamond painting wise did I write down? Oh yeah, It'll be interesting to see how far I get on this national parks set and the indigenous collection set that I am going to be working on the cruise ship itself. There could be times when I'm on the cruise ship and I just feel like working on the national parks one because it's smaller, but then there could be times where I'm like, oh, I want to work on the big, whatever. It's like 45 by 35, but like the bigger canvas. Like, I don't know. I'll probably bot back and forth. Again, if I had to make a prediction, I don't think I'm actually going to finish either projects. But who knows? If I actually do have like a decent amount of downtime while I'm on the ship and I'm not doing anything during the day, or if it's like an at-sea day. I think we have 2 at-sea days. One of them being the day that we do go to the Hubbard Glacier, but like that excursion is like an hour or 2. Like it's not the whole day, you know what I mean? Because we just get on the boat to get closer and then we come right back and then it's like whatever. So obviously I'm going to be doing stuff to spend time with like my mom and Dave too, but like they, again, alternatively to me and Eric, they do like the shows and stuff. So there probably will be some nights where like they want to go to the show or the comedian or whatever. And we'll just be like, okay, we'll meet you in the casino at this time, and then we'll just meet up later. So when that happens, like I could totally see myself being like, okay, Eric, like let's go find like a nice spot where they're playing some music and like you can play your Switch or read a book and I can diamond paint and listen to the music. Like we'll just like exist next to each other for a couple hours. Like I'm really looking forward to just existing next to him and not even saying anything. I'm looking forward to that. So that is the plan. But yeah, I don't know how far I'll get on those, but it'll be interesting. I'll obviously, when I do the whip and chat, when we come home, maybe that first whip and chat, I'll whip on one of the projects that I haven't finished yet. So we can just continue to talk about how far I got. And obviously Eric will be there and we'll be sharing all of our fun stories and stuff. If I have enough footage from the trip to do just like a messy in public Alaska version, and then in addition to the whip and chat, I'll do that. But if I don't have enough little video clips to make like a full extra video, I might just add clips into the whip and chat. So I'll just have to see what that looks like when I come home. But it would be cool if I can get 2 videos out of it. But if I can only get 1, that's fine. Not a big deal. I'm sure you guys are so sick of me talking about Alaska at this point. I feel like it's been my personality for like 6 months and I'm so sorry, but it's like a lifetime trip and I'm really excited to go. But I promise when I get back, I'm going to film a whip and chat about it and then I'm hopefully not going to talk about it nearly as much as I do right now. At that point, we will be moving on to talking more about the 2 weddings that I have that are back to back and my continuing pregnancy and things going on with that. So all good stuff. It's all good. But like, I literally feel like I've been talking about Alaska for 6 months and I feel like I'm annoying myself at this point. So I'm excited to go and see it and then come home and go back to reality, but not too fast. Any other things I was going to share? Let me see. Oh, there's a Saturday of releases that is going to happen while I'm gone. So I'm really hoping that nothing comes out that's particularly fantastic, like a Margaret Morales, especially coming off of a weekend where they discontinued a very popular canvas on its first run. I'm like, please don't do that to me while I'm out of town because I will actually cry. I might have to like send a text over to like Kara or Michaela or somebody and be like, hey, Courtney, hey, can you like buy me this kit? And then I will literally pay you back when I come home because I will cry if I miss this. Because that's the thing is like, I'm going to be in Alaska. So I'm going to have cell service when I'm like on land, but on the boat, I won't have any cell service. And the Saturday that I'm going to miss like that sale is a sea day. And also that's the day that like we get off to go to the Hubbard Glacier and come back. So, and that's happening, I think, in the afternoon around when the release time is. I also think the time zone is different. So first of all, I'm gonna have to look at what time zone I am in at the time I'm at the Hubbard Glacier and then figure out what time the release time is if I really want something. If it's not super imperative though, I'll just wish list it. But it's just so annoying because I just finished getting everything off my wish list. So to put something back on it is like, I don't want to. So hopefully nothing comes out next weekend that's like fabulous for me. I hope it's fabulous for you. I hope that whatever you're dreaming of, it comes true. But my dream is to not miss something exciting the one weekend that I don't have cell service. I'm coming home on the 19th of September, so if anything really super exciting comes out that second weekend, I will be home for that, so I'm not worried about that. I did just finish kitting up, so this is it. See, National Parks, Mini Dazzles. It's just in a toolkit bag, And all of my drills are in here. So let me just put the cap back on these tweezers so I don't stab anything. I have the 2 sticker sheets right here, and so I'm just going to put these back in with their little friends. Let's see, this is Glacier Bay, so this is the one on the left. I know I don't have to keep them in these little protective sleeves, but it just kind of makes me feel better. It's like one extra layer of not getting dust or dirt. You know, there's just little particles on everything, and I would rather be safe than sorry. So I'm going to slip this in here in the front. And that'll be that one. And then I'll do it again with this one. And then I'll put it in the back of my, or on the top of my bottle case system. And I still have to pack this. Like when I finish this video, I'm going to pack my personal item backpack for the plane. And so in my backpack, I'll put this whole thing with my toolkit and everything. And I'll use that same toolkit that on the big canvas as I do on this little one. So I'm not going to like double pack supplies. And yeah, we'll get it done. I'll pack tonight. Today is like my final like last minute packing situation. But again, the big stuff is already packed. It's just me looking at my backpack. So again, we have the top here. I'm going to slide both of my little things in there. So again, they fit really nicely. And then I'm going to slide in my toolkit. Do you see how nice that fits? It's not even full yet. Like there's still so much room in there. And look how nicely it closes. It didn't even give me any trouble, and I can just zip it closed. And this will still fit my my toolkit, everything I need. My tray, it'll fit my tray, my wax, my pen, everything. Everything. It's great. It's perfect. And I found out last time that I made a dangerous choice. They allow you to bring on the Diamond Art Club murder tweezers. They never took them out. They never stopped me through security with those tweezers. So, and they had a little cap on them too. So they never even asked about it. So you can bring tweezers on a plane. In case you were curious, I've already done the work. I know that they let you. So, with that being said, let's do question of the day. Just moving that out of the way. I always open the wrong drawer. Okay. Here I come. Question of the day. If you've never seen me do this before, this is 2,000 questions about me. I pick a random number. We answer that question. I answer it on the video. You answer it in the comments. If you feel comfortable, no pressure. What number should we do? Let's do number 150 because this is my 150th main channel video. Isn't that crazy? I can't even believe that. 3 videos a week is quite a pace. I know there's other people who do more videos than that a week, but like, man, 3 videos a week is a lot. I've mentioned this to you guys before, but I'll definitely have to cut back on that when Eli gets here. I'll have to start with 1 video a week and then like build myself back up to whatever I can manage. But you know I ain't going anywhere. You'll still see me. At least for Whip and Chats, because these are literally my favorite videos to film because it's just us like vibing together and hanging out and catching up, and they're just my favorite videos to do. Unboxings are fun too, but they're a lot of work. These videos feel just so easy and personal and fun. So number 150, what slogan or jingle got stuck in your head forever? Oh, where do I begin? I have so many that I could share with you. Okay, so 150, what slogan or jingle got stuck in your head forever? I hope you guys do answer this question in the comments because I'm sure you guys have a lot to say about this too. Okay, so I need you also to like say your own, but also if you agree with mine and mine get stuck in your head a lot too, tell me in the comments. But the 877 Cash Now song where they're all singing like opera, where they're like J.G. Wentworth, 877 Cash Now, that one, it could get stuck in my head for days. When I was in college, there was this tanning company in Fort Myers. It's a chain, so it might be where you are too, but it's called Zoom Tan. And every time the commercial came on, it was like Zoom Tan, $9.99, zoomtan.com. And it was like this whole thing, Zoom Tan for a limited time. It just kept going. There's other ones too. There is, those were the 2 that like triggered me. What else? Slogan or jingle that got stuck in your head forever? Mostly it's jingles. The slogan thing, I don't think slogans get like stuck in my head. Like I know a lot of slogans from different brands, but they're not like, you know, intrusive thoughts. The jingles are intrusive thoughts. Okay, I lie. The one slogan that like lives rent free in my head is, maybe it's Maybelline. There's this meme. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, but there is a meme of that song, or whatever that slogan of maybe it's Maybelline, which Maybelline is a shampoo and conditioner like product. And it's a horse that has like beautiful hair, and it's like, maybe it's Maybelline. It's this horse with like beautiful hair. Oh my god. Other jingles. There's so many. Okay, I'm gonna cheat a little bit just because like I know there's more that I could be like, oh my gosh, yes, this one, and I'm just drawing a blank. But I came up with some, but I think there's probably so many more that we could laugh about together. Okay, popular jingles. Let's see. Top 10 US jingles of all time. Warning, they will get stuck in your head. Okay, well, we found what we're looking for. Okay, the first one is from McDonald's. Give me that Filet-O-Fish. No. That definitely, I have no idea what that is. Oh, yes, the Toys R Us jingle. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. Yeah, that one back in the day, not so much as anymore because Toys R Us is shut down. But, oh yes, the Folgers commercial. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. That one for sure. Some of these I'm like, why? Oh, the Kit Kat song. Give me a break, give me a break, give me a break of that Kit Kat bar. Oh, McDonald's, I'm loving it. That is a slogan that's people say all the time. The Oscar Mayer Wiener song. That one gets stuck in your head. Oh my god, the Meow Mix commercials. Meow, 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 meow. That is a cursed song, and I can't linger on that too long or it will get stuck in my head. Did anyone else love the Chili's Baby Back Ribs song? That hit too hard. Like that shouldn't have hit so good, but like it did as a child. Like we were breaking it down to that song. What else? Honorable mentions. Ooh, let me see. Yeah, none of these honorable mentions are ringing. Oh, Every Kiss Begins with K. Totally say that a lot. Well, whatever. I've said it a lot in my life. Some of these are just like, I don't think I've ever heard that. We have, in Tampa, I don't know if you guys get these commercials too. I didn't see this on the list, but I just remembered it. In Tampa, we have, it's a injury law firm, and they're called Morgan and Morgan. And so it's constantly like, hi, I'm JP Morgan from Morgan and Morgan and Morgan and Morgan and Morgan. Like, it's just Morgan and Morgan and Morgan and Morgan and Morgan. And you just hear this commercial all the time. It's like, hi, I'm Morgan and Morgan, and I could give you lots of money if you're injured. And it's like this whole thing. But yeah, that one we make fun of all the time. There was another one I just saw on here that hit that I was like, oh yeah, Huggies. I'm a big kid now. Yeah, I remember that. Lucky Charms are magically delicious. That's true. Pepto-Bismol, and it just says diarrhea. But I do remember the Pepto-Bismol song. The upset stomach diarrhea. Yeah, I remember that. Stupid song. Let me see. There's a Subway $5 song. I guess I do remember like a $5 footlong song, but they don't really do that anymore, I don't think. Anyway, there's a ton. There's so many on this website, but again, the main ones that I remembered was the 877 Cash Now JG Wentworth commercial and the other one. But there's so many. And then literally the Meow Mix commercial, like I need to like go like do some, I don't know, deep thinking to get that out of my head, because that will get stuck in my head for the rest of the day. Oh, or the it's the same kind of tune, but it's the Fleas and Ticks one for the dogs. Like it's that to that same beat, but it's like the Fleas and Ticks song. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but anyways, we're going down a rabbit hole. Let me know in the comments. Do you guys have any slogans? Let's see, what slogan or jingle got stuck in your head forever? Let me know in the comments. If you know any of the ones that I mentioned, say that as well. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're having a great week and a great evening or afternoon whenever you're watching this. Thank you so much for watching and enjoying catching up with me, kitting up this project. I'm really excited to go to Alaska. Again, for you guys, I'm coming home on Friday, but for me, I haven't even gone yet, so it's like back to the future situation. But yeah, this was my last video to film. I'm so excited. So I'm gonna edit this one, and the last one that I filmed earlier today, I'm gonna edit it tomorrow, and then I am free for 2 weeks. I'm on vacation from everything, which is kind of scary. I hope I come back normal. Anyways, thank you so much. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one.